we have a pump in the fish tank which acts as our sump tank as well, and the water gets pumped up around the back into that barrel, which functions as filtration, and then it gets split into two directions and it comes down both grow beds, and then it lands back into the fish tank again, so the system recirculates water. So with aquaponics we use up to 90% less water compared to conventional farming.
Me and Azhar have been friends since school. We decided that this was a really good idea and we'd like to do it together. So we were going to do it a small little system inside his shed.
Yeah.
Azhar then found Graceworks just by doing a bit of research.
Just by fluke. It was like what was it? It was like 3 years prior, just a random news article in the Evington Echo, which is just a community newspaper, and we saw they had an aquaponics system here. And then I was actually collecting pallets for the shed system that was going to happen in my house, and just on the way there noticed it was here, the site was here, and came in. The fence had blown down, so I just snuck in through the fence and I saw there was a unused aquaponics system here that they'd built but unfortunately not managed to turn on yet, and it was obvious it was empty for quite a bit of time, and it just sort of I got in touch with Ben, who runs Graceworks, and he was saying, funny enough, we were actually talking about ripping it all out this week, and it was just sort of meant to be that we came in just when they were discussing that, and yeah, we inherited a system here that needed a bit of attention,
and yeah, Ben was like, as long as you guys show us the commitment, you guys are welcome to use the system. So
we've been here 3 years now, 4 years, 3 or 4 years,
3.5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, so initially, from what we inherited in the system from Ben, all we've got left is the fish tank. Everything else we've expanded slowly.
Yeah.
We've got rid of all the media culture beds, and then we've moved into these deep water culture beds, so literally floating on water.
Having the original system here that we sort of inherited from Graceworks, it probably shot our progress up by about 1.5 years to have a system to play with, learn from, find out what worked and what didn't work, because they had quite an assortment of different kinds of aquaponic system, and yeah, it meant that what we made second time round, given what we could do in here, means that it was really good for our learning curve, and it just sped up the entire process to the system we have now.
In terms of growing experience or fish experience, we had none whatsoever, so we've literally learnt on the go, made a lot of mistakes, but you know, after all those mistakes, we've almost finally come towards the end where it looks like it's almost a successful system. So it's taken us a while, but we're almost there. At the end of the day, you know, our opinion is that the population is always growing. Food is something which is essential for everyone, and at the same time, healthy food is something which is, you know, growing in terms of popularity.
Yeah.
But also, our generation and the younger generation have no idea where their food comes from or how to grow it. So, aside from obviously being able to generate an income from this, the second objective is to obviously teach people that how to grow things, how healthy eating can, you know, benefit and impact your life.
Definitely, I feel I'm at my best when I'm gardening. You know, everyone has something, don't they? Like you said, and I always feel my best when I'm in the potting tunnel or I'm outside. My hands are in the soil. I'm at ease. It's all about the soil, and it is really warm in there. I mean, if you stick your hand in there, you can feel the warmth. Last year we actually put courgettes on top, and they just grew from on top of the pile. But it is all about your compost. And I always say, I mean, when people come and they're quite new, oh, we've got plants dying and this and that, and I go, well, what sort of compost do you use? How do you use it? That's my main focal point. Because of my community connections here, yes, I mean, I love gardening here. With gardening, once you've got the skill, you can take that anywhere. But I think here I'm just within such a beautiful community now, with other gardeners and other people who just who want to care and who want to contribute and support the community. The soil definitely grounds us, doesn't it? It just, you do become part of in a way, of what you produce, and you feel like, even though nature's producing it, you feel a part of that. And again, it's so funny, because I talk to, you know, our community, and I feel like I'm part of the community and they're helping me, and you know, I'm helping them, but the soil's the same, because you're helping that structure, you're helping the soil become the best it can, so it will provide the best plants. It's like I said, everything's just interlinking, and I think that's what's so nice about permaculture, because you've got a lot of linkage. When I first started my horticulture journey, what I didn't realise is, you know, the soil is the basis of everything. It's the foundation for everything that you grow, and you know, the extent how big that plant's going to be, how well it's going to do. And I think that's what I was getting wrong in the beginning, and I'm sure a lot of other people do. Because they just don't know, they don't realise. Because you see the production on top, don't you see the nice flower blooming, but it's what's underneath, and what's you know, what's giving all the goodness to that plant. The whole link with even the plants around. So obviously the mycelium with the trees, all the connections that you have. And how, you know, with companion planting, that's brilliant, but you don't have to have companion plant. It can be the plants that are already here, that have a big link with what you could grow and what's already growing. So yes, I mean, the soil's the foundation to everything, isn't it?
I'm Dilber. I'm the apiary manager here at Graceworks. I've been part of this now, I believe it's my 6th year, and I originally got involved when Ben helped set up these gardens. They took on bees, and the first year they actually were offering out lessons to anybody that wanted to attend. Funnily enough, I was actually scared of bees, which is one of the reasons I decided I was going to do this. Now, I wasn't always scared. I developed a bit of a fear probably when I was about 20, and I can't explain where the fear came from, but it started, and I thought I need to tackle that, because I used to really like bees as a child, and now I'm scared of them. So I thought this is the perfect opportunity to face my fears, so to speak, and in doing so found the fear's gone, and I actually really enjoy it. So yeah. So normally what we'd expect to see so this is the brood box. We'd normally have a super on here as well this time of the year. However, this year has been a bit unusual with the weather. So although we've had spells of sun, we've had a lot of rain, so we've not got supers on. Anything they're bringing down honey-wise, we're just letting them utilise themselves. So I'm just going to remove this. It's connected me more to nature than I originally was. Now, I've always felt I'm quite connected to nature. I've always been interested in it, in growing things as well, but doing the beekeeping has really allowed me to actually be a bit more tuned with nature. I'm looking out for what the weather's like, I'm looking out for what the cycles are like and the seasons. So I feel I'm more connected to the earth by doing this.